literally like water, but it looks like pee. Look at me.
Hey.
Now that's the good stuff right there.
Are you hungry for a snack?
Am I hungry for a snack? No, but I'm hungry for today's topic. Quick thumbnail farm. Ready? I remember back in 2021, I was in the cinema and I was watching Spider-Man No Way Home. I know you don't remember that film. I don't know why it's hated now. Anyway, that's slightly off topic. There's a character in that film called Mary Jane, Michelle Jones, whatever you want to call her. And she says, expect disappointment and you'll never get disappointed. And when I first heard that, I thought, man, it's kind of a nasty ideal to have, a mindset to have, because then you're just expecting negativity. You're slightly overthinking and maybe you might be right. But then when I really think about it now and look back, that is similar to the mindset I have now. We all have people in our lives that disappoint us, but there are some few people in our lives that disappoint us on the regular. And sometimes you stop and think to yourself, you know, maybe this time is going to be different. Maybe they're not going to disappoint me. You know, you start to lower your expectations. You start to change for them and wonder if they're going to do better. But they always end up disappointing you anyway. I'm going to tell you a story short and sweet. I'm going to try and maintain mysteriousness so that I don't get in trouble. I had a family member that always used to come and see me and my younger siblings. And it would be often, and this person was very consistent at a time. But then, all of a sudden, there was a slight inconsistency. The visits start to slow down, the invites to their house start to slow down, and we wouldn't hear anything of this person for months, for weeks. And this led me to get my hopes up, because I expected this person to be in my life as anybody would when it's a family member of this magnitude. And I didn't expect them to be so inconsistent. And time again, when I shouldn't have got my hopes up, I did, and it only made me more upset. Now, later down the line, as I got older, I learned not to get my hopes up. I learned that this person will come in my life and come out whenever they please. This person may not mean to do the harm that they're doing, but they just didn't care as much as they used to. Sometimes in life, things happen that are just not in our control. There's nothing I can do for that person to be in my life the way I used to want them to be in it. So what I've learned to do now is accept it. What you have to understand is that people are going to let you down. It's very normal. In my other video, I give up. You know, a lot of you are saying that and I do understand it. But when it's happened a lot, it really does start to get to you. But what you had to do and what I have to do and what I had to do since then as well is just understand that that's the way people are. But you want to know what's more hurtful than getting disappointed again for the millionth time? It's allowing somebody to do it to you again for the millionth time. More fool you for knowing how this person acts, knowing this is what somebody does on a regular. It's not a rare occurrence that they let you down or they make you feel this way. But because you feel bad, because you have all these different emotions towards that person, you're allowing them to disappoint you again and again and again. This person clearly is not going to change, or they clearly won't stop disappointing you. So what do you think is going to happen? Do you think one day they're suddenly going to stop? Do you think one day you're going to get what you want? Because I'm telling you, I've been there before. It's not going to happen. So, as I always say time and time again, you know what you need to do. The door. But instead of that person walking through that door, it's going to have to be you. Learn to leave people and let them be. Right now, I'm so big on being in my own lane. When you're in your own lane, there's less traffic. I mean, come on now. I don't have time to be stressing about any of that. I don't have time to be getting disappointed again, getting my hopes up again, like I'm waiting for Santa, all right? It's Christmas scene. We've got to get a little Santa reference in there. I've got no time for that, and you don't have time for that, because it's going to happen countless times again. And people don't change at our will. It would be amazing if they did. But not enough people have that wake-up call and start to change who they are. Please don't get your hopes up time and time again, because I'm here to remind you that that person will never stop disappointing you if it's become a habit, if it's become something they regularly do. If it was once in a blue moon, If it was a couple times, everyone's human, no one has to be perfect, then it'll be okay. But if this person has done this time and time again, through different periods of your life, different transitions, and they're known for this, you know them for this, and you're getting hurt, you need to put you first, because you're number one, not that person. I will say though, let's not think that we are entirely innocent, because a lot of these things that people do to us, we have done to so many people before. I'm sure, just like myself, that you have disappointed people time and time again, even if they're not really that significant in your life. So we can't just ignore and act like everyone else is the bad guy. Sometimes we need to accept that we do wrong too. All these videos dedicated to you and I, we have to realize that we do the same stuff as well. With that being said, I hope you know that you can change. It's never too late to change. However, some people fear change. Some people refuse to change. Just like those people that are disappointing you time and time again. But for you, my friend, it's never too late to change. You're not going to be who you are forever. You're going to change for the better. And you might change for the worse too. But there's always hope. And I just want to say, apologies if I'm talking a little slow in this video. I have a nasty ulcer on my inside of my mouth, and my braces, they just keep knocking it, so it actually does hurt to speak. Well, come on, we gotta get the vids out there. There's not really an excuse, but if it does sound a bit slow, it's not vibing right. I mean, I just asked my Instagram story if I should add music because of the vibe, but I know when I watch this back, I know it'll be fine anyway, and it'll be clean and simple like always. If you want my honest advice, I do not think that you should expect disappointment. I don't think you should drop your standards and start living differently. All I think you should do is keep your distance from certain people. I don't care who they are to you. You have to safeguard yourself. Everything is about safety to me. All right, imagine yourself as a fragile glass. You don't want to move it too quickly. You don't want to do anything too crazy. You don't want to drop it because it might break, all right? You're not going to break, right? You're stronger than a glass. But my point is, you have to safeguard your own self. You have to have safety precautions, you know? You gotta have a plan. You gotta put in some prep time like Batman, damn it. You gotta make sure to yourself that you can't allow this person to hurt you anymore. Maybe there's a certain person in your life that you just can't get rid of, or you can't leave them. You can't let them be. But you can always distance yourself from somebody, no matter who it is. You should always keep certain people at arm's length, because they're gonna keep doing what they're gonna do. And so are you. So you don't need to become negative. You don't need to expect disappointment. Although in some instances, I mean, hey, it can work out for you, because if someone doesn't disappoint you, then it's just a surprise. If they do, then it's fine. But I don't think you should do that. I don't think you should lower your expectations, keep them high. But I do honestly think that you should safeguard yourself and keep some distance between you and that person. Stay in your own lane. Everyone puts up this persona, this performance, that people in their life only have one chance with them. If they mess up, they're done. They're out. 3 strikes and they're done. All right? But I honestly think the same goes for you, because more fool you to let somebody disappoint you twice. Never let anybody disappoint you more than once. All right? Anyway, that's me for today. I hope you're having a good day. Yeah. Oh my God.